If someone had told me my worst days would lead me into the arms of a stranger, I would have laughed. But Lagos life doesn't ask for your opinion, it just happens. I was drenched from the rain, broke and late for my exam. My Uber app wouldn't load, and my phone battery was blinking red. Just as I was about to scream, a black Corolla pulled over beside me. "You need a ride?" the driver asked, lowering the window slightly. He had a deep voice, calm, confident. "I don't have money," I replied quickly. "I didn't ask for money. Get in before the rain finishes you." I hesitated, then got in. Something about his voice, his aura felt safe. We didn't talk much, but I noticed the way he glanced at me through the rear view mirror. Gentle, curious, not like the usual Lagos man. When he dropped him at school, he said, "I am David. Let me know if you ever need my help." Then he drove off. The same evening, I saw his photo on TV standing beside the president at a tech summit. The caption read, "David Okechukwu, CEO of DavyEck, donates 500 million to youth innovation." I looked at the television screen again, blinking twice. That man, he looked exactly like the Uber driver from earlier. Same intense eyes, same jawline, but the David I met drove a scratch Corolla and wore a plain black t-shirt. This one wore a fitted navy blue suit and had security men around him like shadows. No, no way, I muttered to myself. I shook my head and let the thoughts go. Rich man didn't drive strangers in the rain. I convinced myself it was just a look-alike. Over the next few weeks, David kept showing up. Sometimes at the hospital where I did my internship, other times outside my hostel with snacks and that calming smile. He told me he was a private driver to one rich man, always moving around the island. His phone was basic, no flashy watch, no social media presence. I had nothing to suspect. But something about him didn't add up. For someone who claimed to just be a driver, he spoke like someone who has studied abroad. He talked about stocks, about how startups rise and fall. And one time he quoted Chinua Achebe and Chimamanda back to back. "Where did you go to school?" I asked one evening. He smiled. "Somewhere far." But I dropped out. That was the end of it. No surname, no family history. Just David, the mystery man who made my heart feel safe. And I was falling for him fast. But one night, everything began to change. He received a call, stepped outside to answer it, and forgot to lock his car. His phone lit up on the dashboard. A message preview showed, "Sir, the board is waiting. We need you at the Lekki office ASAP. Jane, David Tech." I froze. David Tech? The same company I saw on the news weeks ago. The same name under that billionaire's photo. Before I could think, he came back, caught me staring at the screen, and quickly ended the call. "You saw that?" he asked quietly. I nodded, my heart pounding. He looked into my eyes and whispered, "Juliet, there's something I haven't told you." I stared at him, my mind spinning with questions. "Something I hadn't told you." That was the understatement of the year. "Who are you really, David?" I asked, my voice barely steady. He sighed and leaned back in his seat. For the first time since I met him, he looked vulnerable. "I didn't lie to you," he began slowly. "Not completely. I just didn't tell you everything. That message said the board is waiting." "Which board? You said you're just a driver." "I am a driver when I want to be." I blinked, confused and irritated. "That doesn't even make a sense." He looked down at his hands. "Juliet, I am the founder and CEO of David Tech, but I'm tired of being chased by my bank account, not my heart. Every woman I meet has a price. So I stepped down from the suit, the cars, the security. I became nobody. I wanted to know what it feels like to be loved for me. I swallowed hard. So he decided to deceive people. You picked me to play your social experiment on. He looked at me again, regret flashing in his eyes. I didn't plan to fall for you, I swear. But I did. Everything I've shown you has been real, except my status. The weight of his word dropped heavily on me. So the man who made me laugh, who brought me food when I worked late at the hospital, who held me when I cried about bills, was a billionaire playing poor. I got out of the car. Juliet, please wait, he said, stepping out. But I shook my head. You should have told me the truth. I turned and walked away, heart heavy, tears threatening. But that was just the beginning. Because 2 days later, I saw my face. My face on a gossip blog with the headline, David Tech CEO's secret girlfriend. Is this the reason he's been hiding? And beneath it was photos of me and David, laughing, hugging, even entering my hostel gate. Somebody had been watching us all along. Stay tuned for part 2.